What up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time show right here out of the Wynn Casino in the Blue Wire Studios. We're back with another one. The always popular Errol Spence. Anytime he says something, Danny, I mean, it just becomes news. It really does.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't tripping, bro. Tampa only got 387,000 people, bro.
Okay, how big is it, though? This guy just goes with the Tampa stuff, man. But yeah.
What up, champ?
What up, man?
I'm just trying to explain to Ness that Tampa is not a major city. I'm saying it's a big city. It's just not a major city. It's not a LA, a Chicago, a New York, a Miami, a Dallas, a Phoenix, a Seattle, a Denver, a Detroit, a Philadelphia, a Boston. It's not one of those.
That's because that's where Miami is, you know. You don't really get two popping cities in one state unless you're Texas, right? Because they got Houston and Dallas. But usually Atlanta covers all of Georgia. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think Orlando, right? I think Orlando's up there.
I mean, and that's probably because of the Puerto Rican population. It must be ticket sales for Latino artists or something. I don't know.
No, and Ness and I were discussing ticket prices from here to the East Coast being expensive.
Here being Vegas.
And I was just yesterday looking to go for the Bumgarner fight this weekend.
New York City.
Well, granted, to New York, it was expensive. I was going to fly into Philly.
Exactly.
But
so you have to take a 2-hour train. Well, it would be 2 hours in a car.
It's a 2-hour train ride. 2-hour train ride into the city. Something simple.
Horrible.
But bro,
that's my Bob Iger.
Yeah, that shit was like $70 one way.
That's a great price, but to the wrong city.
I mean, it was 100.
You know how many cities you passing?
It was 100.
Like from Philly.
How many major airports am I passing? I'm only passing one.
I mean, you're right. Major.
Just Newark.
You right. He hit me up with that.
You
know
what I'm saying?
But there is another Clearport. You got Teterboro and you got Trenton.
Yeah. But I'm talking major. See,
but I think you could fly into Trenton.
No, you probably can. But similar to Tampa, you'll probably have a layover. It's probably going to be more expensive. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So me, you know, I be having time. I figure I go to Philly and I'm productive. I go see Jerron. I go see Danny. I go see Steph.
Shout out to Bozy who
Steph
hit us up this morning.
Steph did give me an invite. You know, I figured I'd be productive, be in Philly for the day, head into the city, you know, in the evening, right? And then come back, fly back from Newark. But, it didn't work out that way.
Danny.
But that's because those are major airports. It's more affordable. You know, Tampa, not as much. So, you know, they got to charge a little bit more to make it happen.
I guess, but you getting comments, man. See, I wasn't the only one. Someone said, Danny, where you get your fashion from? And I'm assuming he talking about the hoodie. So, yeah, and it actually looks well on camera. So, as you can see, that's a character there by the name of Stoney. Shout out to Kush Culture and the Culture Universe, you know. Shout out to our man Tut from H-Town. So, Houston, stand up. Yeah, man, I can't wait for Tut and his partners to fully come out with not only this clothing line, but this movement, man. As he likes to say, it's going to be the Walt Disney of cannabis. So I hope that his words could come true. And, you know, I wish him a lot of success. We're going to definitely ride out because Stoney is one of the many characters
they
that
zoomed in on Stoney.
Yeah,
yo,
it's fire.
You could tell the quality. You could tell the quality of this shit. Yo.
Yeah, no, of course.
Go back to it. Yeah.
That's because it's embroidery, bro. That's the real deal right there. Kush Culture Universe.
Super comfortable too, let me tell you.
I don't have one.
Hold on, you see this? This isn't new.
That's the one I wanted.
This isn't new. I just watched it because when he gave it to me in Houston, nah, bro, I fucking spilled. I forget where we stopped at. The taco spot. Remember we went from there to the taco spot? Drop guac. You had the chips and guac, and I dropped guac right here. So I had to get a wash. So this already washed, still great quality. It still looks phenomenal. So shout out to Tut.
Word. So So
he says Stoney looks like Oscar the Grouch. Aha!
if Oscar the Grouch was a marijuana plant and lived inside of a
Plant.
no, that's not a plant thing, bro. That's the prescription
Oh
bottle.
yeah, prescription bottle. Yeah.
Damn, Danny don't even know what he's wearing. Listen, we're here to talk about the always popular Errol Spence saying he'll bet money versus Rolando Romero's trainer, Coach Bullet, that Rolly cannot knock out Frank Martin. Now, the reason this is news to us, Danny, is because Errol Spence read our story. Because boxing scene, shout out to boxing scene, I think it was Keith Idek maybe, I'm not sure, but if I'm wrong, shout out to the person that did write and give us credit based off our interview with Coach Bullet, where he said he believes, Rolly would knock out Frank Martin. So let's talk about that fight. I guess it's going to be difficult, right? Because it's like Rolly, his best performance would be the Anthony Yiggett. And then since then, he's had the Marinez win, which some call questionable, and then he's got the Tank knockout loss, right? Let me pull up his resume to be sure, but I think that's how it went.
Can I tell you something interesting?
What up?
Tampa's 52nd in the country in population. Henderson, Nevada, 5 spots below at 57th. So there's your two comparisons. Tampa's just slightly larger than Henderson in terms of population.
I mean, everybody wants to be in Henderson according to the vegans.
And he means the Las Vegans. Yes, I live in Henderson, and I do like it. But anyway, back on topic.
So, yes, that's the way that it went. It was actually Marinez, Sparrow, then Yiggett. And you got to give him credit for knocking out Sparrow, because I believe Hank Lundy did not. Right? Lundy did not. William Foster III did not. Abraham Nova did not. Okay, there you go. So credit to Rolly for being unable to knock out Avery Sparrow and Anthony Yiggett. So we really don't have much to go off, because I feel like Michelle Rivera would have beat all these guys on his resume except for Tank. Like, I think Michelle outboxes Yiggett. I think Michelle definitely beats Sparrow. I think Michelle definitely beats Marinez, but I feel like that might have been a boring fight because it's two boxers dancing around. But those are his biggest wins. So I think that the Michelle Rivera win is better on Martin's resume. I hope that ain't wrong and bad for you, Rolly, because I know, like, I've been trying to get you in studio since I moved to Vegas.
Bro, did you see the video I sent to the pre-pro?
No.
Of him this morning, last night?
Nope.
Bro. So he's at a fight being interviewed by another platform.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like in a hallway in the arena, and a fan walks up to him. He's like, yo, do you remember when Tank knocked you out? And like Rolly just stares at him in silence for like 20 seconds. And you could tell like he was containing himself. And I was like, damn, it's fucked up.
I'm sorry, I blacked out. I heard you say the end part, so now I'm interested. Who asked that question?
Bro, a random fan walked up to him.
Oh, a random fan. That's why. That's why.
Walked up to him while he was being interviewed. And so I think the interview might have even been live. And the dude's like, what was it like being knocked? Or do you remember being knocked out by Tank? I'm just like, damn. Now, if he would have smacked
the fans
you,
are brutal, man.
Yeah,
They've never been in the ring, so it's easy to, say certain things, man. And it's no knock on that fan either. It's just lack of knowledge, lack of education. But I think that's the poll. We didn't do a poll all morning. Who wins and how? Frank Martin versus Rolly. Who's the A side? Is it Martin because he's the Errol Spence promoted fighter, or is it Rolly because his pay-per-view was successful and he's obviously become a star or some level of stardom since that fight?
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely Rolly. I think Frank is now busting on the scene. And honestly, one could even argue that his win is bigger. You get
That's
what I'm
what I just
saying?
argued.
But at the end of the day, Rolly he's been in the biggest fight, and he's also a more known name. He's been on pay-per-view, got knocked out, and now he's coming back to a title shot. So that
you keep saying that the gyms must be talking, because honestly, the internet is not. That Puello shit has been not talked about. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, I spoke to Coach Bullet. My interview is out there on theboxingvoice.com /
YouTube.com /
what he
The
said.
Boxing Voice.
What he said. And he does say the Puello fight is there, but he's also talking about, I believe, this fight with Martin with me. And that's why we talking about it with Earl, because he's like, I'll take either fight for Rolly. But if a title shot is there, it's there. But he also made it seem like maybe Puello didn't want that. I don't know. Maybe I got to go watch my own interview again, to be real.
Brother, drink some water. Your throat's a little parched, it seems like.
Yeah, man.
But let's get that poll going to see
I'm
what the people...
I'm almost done, bro. I'm giving up the options. I'm writing out the options and stuff now. KO and decision is all we can do until YouTube updates and gives us, more a fifth option, kind of the way they do on the community page. What do you see it by? What are you voting?
Like I said, I do believe that Rolly is the A side, man. I think it's hard to argue and to argue against that. Now, make it clear. One can argue that Frank Martin has the better win in beating Michel Rivera. That can be argued. But as far as the A side, let me see. Fuck. I'm going to have to go on my phone because I don't have the Boxing Voice Instagram on my laptop. And I'm blocked. So
What? Blocked where?
Yeah, so Rolly has 250,000 followers on Instagram, while Frank Martin has 67,000.
I remember people laughed at me years ago when I used to do that. Like, oh, it's changed. And now it's all about social media. All about social media, bro. How many people you can put in them seats is an indicator of how many followers you have. But the poll
And
is
vice versa, I think you meant it. But yeah. Obviously, if you have a lot of Instagram followers and social media followers, that's a good indication that
You'll
you
probably
can
sell some tickets.
Sell some tickets.
Which is funny. I've heard people say they expect like a 10% of your following, which is not happening
At all. At all, yeah. I don't know that. That's ambitious. I think 1%. I think 1%.
I think 1% or 1 point something is probably what we've been getting, but I do think that's extremely low. It should at least be better than 1%. You should be able to convert more than 1%, bro.
Into ticket sales?
Yeah. 1%?
Bro, look, can I tell you something? Because this is the way I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is going to be... So, throughout my time on Instagram, especially like my time in boxing, I've noticed when I post a picture, it's only being liked by 10% of my followers. Right? Not going to lie to you. Since joining the show, that has gone up to 15% of my followers. But it's a pretty consistent number. So that's a free double tap. Now, I got to buy the pay-per-view. Shit, that costs money. So, you know, I'm thinking about 5% of my following is good for that, right? No? What you thinking? 5 for the pay-per-view or 10?
I mean, again, I think you should be converting your fans, especially if you're a business like these fighters, you know? The merchandise.
Canelo has 14 million. You know what I'm saying? He did 800,000 with Caleb Plant. Now, obviously, that was a year and a half ago, a little less than. Probably didn't have 14 million then. Probably was a little bit less. Let's say 10 million. You get what I'm saying? Let me see.
No, I mean, look, that's what I said from the beginning. Based off what we've been seeing, you are correct. It's more towards the 1%, but I believe it should be more. You know, like, what sort of an influence are you making if only 1%? You know, don't they call them influencers? Like, you kidding me? 1%? There's no way. That's low, bro. I bet you these other influencers are getting a higher conversion. And that's why the Jake Pauls and the KSIs of the world are so big. It's just that, you know, I mean, it depends what's your level of influence.
What's the pay-per-view numbers on Jake? Jake has a bigger following, and he hasn't surpassed in pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it. Based off his 20 million, he should be doing, you know, a big number, and he's not. But he's different.
He's definitely
in the sense
bringing
that,
in the money because he
exactly
keeps
got
getting
better.
deals. He keeps getting deals.
They're creating
right.
deals. They're not getting sponsorships and endorsements. My man made a betting site. His brother made a fucking drink. Like, they not playing no games. Boxers need to jump on the school of the Logans and learn how to use the social media. That's what I'm saying. I know that they're converting higher than 1%. Those guys, those real influencers, boxers may not be converting higher than 1% because they ain't influencers. They don't know how to influence. They ain't using their social media the way a Floyd is. That's why Ryan gets the GMCs and the fucking Gatorades, because he is an influencer. He knows how to do it, you know? And T.O.'s been going that route. We can't deny it. Analytics don't lie. T.O. was out here doing body shot challenges, Fortnite dances, backflips. Bro, you either want to go outside the box or stay in your little ass box. You could be a 1%er, but I know them Logans ain't. Ain't no way KSI 1%. You think he dropping songs on iTunes to do a 1%?
Well, I'm sure they're converting. I don't know, man.
Bro, them dudes ain't doing iTunes songs to drop 1%, man. He was making full-blown productions. Have you ever watched the KSI rap video?
Yeah, he had a song with Rick Ross. All I'm saying is...
Damn. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't know.
Yeah, when he fought...
I wonder how much he paid for that feature.
Yo, when he rematched Logan in L.A., I was there. Rick Ross was performing in the ring.
Oh, so it probably was not even a pay. Maybe he rocks with him.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you know, big artists like that, they charging for a feature, bro. But if you walk, I mean, I don't know.
I'm going to be honest, though.
I
feel like I've heard...
shout out to...
I've heard
this is what I'm saying, see?
I've heard from a lot of artists, especially like big ones on that level, they say like they ain't even charging for features at that point. It's only like if they rock with you. And
exactly. Look at London Runs Boxing saying exactly what I'm saying. He said these influencers work hard. KSI just boxed, then straight away promoted his drink and released the new song. They stay in your face all year round. Yeah, that's true.
They say he got a song with Lil Wayne as well.
That's bananas.
Wheezy.
Brother, you know what that is? That's like resume, bro.
Wayne been around 25 years.
No, but he's still one of the definitely greatest.
No, for sure, but that's what
definitely.
I'm saying.
Like I had my era with Wayne where I was like Wayne'd out. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely a lyricist.
Was it during the truck fit era or before?
truck fit. What the hell is that?
That was his brand that he had that a lot of people were wearing.
I mean,
that was
I'm
probably
not
like
style.
That
I'm
was
more.
probably
I'm
like
more.
2000s, late 2000s.
Oh, I was definitely listening to him back then. Ain't that when he had Lollipop?
Yep.
Hell yeah, he was the man on the streets on that time. He destroyed that year. But no, I haven't followed the fashion. I can only tell you the albums. Like I rocked with him for this album, like that.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
But KSI doing this thing. Yo, it's crazy you brought up Prime because I was telling you how out there, bro, the shit's like sold out everywhere. People are like reselling empty bottles on eBay. And on top of that,
On top of that?
Oh, the gaming. Yo, he does the game. You know, bro, they killing it in all aspects, man. So shout out to them. I just don't know that they're converting a higher percentage than you think. You know,
and can you check if we got a guest there?
You got to realize
nobody there, Brandon, nobody there.
They have such big followings, so it's tough, man.
All right, the guest just got here, which is Raquel Miller, Pretty Beast. So we're going to take a quick intermission. Don't forget to check out our lead sponsor, Kenichi Beer, over at KenichiBeer.com. Get yourself a set of Hibernation 5s. Danny actually has his in his book bag. Whip them out, Danny. Show.
They in the bag in the car. I swear to you.
Horrible promo.
It's in the car.
We'll be right back. What's up? What's up? Welcome back. And we are joined with our first guest, Raquel Miller, a.k.a. Pretty Beast. Are you there? How are you?
Hi, I just now heard you. Did you just say? I could all the way hear you at first.
Oh, yes. I was just
Can you hear me?
I hear you perfectly. And I was just introducing you to letting the world know we have Raquel Miller, a.k.a. Pretty Beast. And I asked, how are you?
I'm well. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy to have you, as we've been having a couple of, super middleweights on this show. and people in and around your division. We just had Franchon Cruz and Shadeja Green on the show. I know that you also are in and around that division, and we just wanted to keep it hot, man. You know, talk to you a bit because they both mentioned you, and you should be mentioned amongst the top of the division.
Absolutely.
Yes, I've heard some of the noise, so I came here to, address anything relation to Pretty Beast and, talk to you guys and say what's going on with me.
Yeah, so I see that you fought Sonia Drelling. That was actually a girl that Shadeja was supposed to fight, never got to. How was that experience for yourself?
I don't know because I can't really remember that fight. So which fight is that? I don't know.
Your
I can't
second,
honestly remember
your second
that
to
fight.
last, second to
Um,
last in Costa
oh
Mesa.
yeah, Costa Mesa. Oh yeah, she was tough. Yeah, she was tough. We were coming off of a long layoff, but it was definitely a good scrap. She was tough, and yeah, that's that. But I would love to talk about my last fight.
All right.
Because I was told last time someone said, "Oh yeah, they were talking about you guys on your show," and they were saying like, you guys said, "Oh, well, why was she fighting a debuter?" and something of that sort. So just to clear it up, I wasn't fighting a debuter, and well, in my understanding, she wasn't a debuter. But basically, what happened is prior to that fight, the girl I was actually supposed to fight a week before that actually had a medical condition, and right after our weigh-ins, the fight got scrapped. So if you guys followed, then you guys would know that basically that wasn't the fight that was scheduled to happen. Basically, what had happened is the girl had a medical issue, and right after we weighed in, the California Commission called the fight off, and so that was just pretty much a last-minute scrap. It wasn't something that I wanted to do, but trying to stay busy and just kind of keep going. That's kind of what happened with the fight in Costa Rica, but there's never been a situation where I would want to fight a debuter. I've been one of the best in the world, even if the world don't know it yet. I've been active for these fights. I've been trying to make it happen. And so it's just like a matter of not being able to have all of the resources available to me, but I never have to prove myself to somebody that's not pretty much on my caliber. I'm ready to fight whoever they put in front of me.
So we were at the WBC convention, and we were talking, obviously, to the officials there and Marv Nation promoter Marvin Rodriguez, and he wanted to make a WBC Final Eliminator between you and Shadeja Green. I know they weren't keen on that, so I'm not going to say why didn't it happen. They weren't happy with that because they had felt like they already fought eliminators to fight Franchon versus getting into another one. That being said, though, is Marvin promoting you?
So no, Marv is not my promoter. I have fought on the Marv Nation card, but my management team is Ken Shear's management team. I have worked with Marv Nation in the past. That's not off the table, but I'm not signed with Marv Nation, and so we've had the conversation about fighting Green. I think she's really talented. Right now, we're after Franchon, just like she's after Franchon, and so I'm pretty sure this year we're definitely going to meet up. We actually got offered a fight to fight her in February, but we were already scheduled to fight next month in, well, not next month, but March in Mexico, in Monterrey, against, I believe her name is Angelica Flores for the WBC International, pretty much trying to get in line to fight Franchon.
Wait, so they offered you Shadeja for this February fight and right now, the Saturday?
So they called me, that's what I'm telling you, they called me about, I think it was like 3 weeks ago or so, and they were asking were we interested in the fight, but we were already scheduled to fight on March 11th, or March 10th actually now, in Monterrey, Mexico.
Now,
so that's how that didn't happen.
I gotta press Raquel. I gotta press here because wouldn't that be a bigger opportunity with Shadeja Green? She got the silver title. She is next. No disrespect
for the WBC. No disrespect.
No,
but I'm fighting WBC. Like I said, we were already signed with a contract. So what do you want me to do? Cancel the contract
for a bigger fight? Yeah, that's kind of what
that's
Hank Lundy just did.
No, you must. Well, I'm not Hank Lundy, so I'm not about to cancel a fight that's already scheduled with my management team. And there's already tickets in place. There's already contracts in place. That's not how it works. So I'm pretty sure we'll meet up this year. It's already on the collision course. We're trying to get that Franchon fight. Franchon says she's interested in fighting us. So that's what we're actually keeping our eye on. And I'm pretty sure whatever needs to happen to make that happen, we're going to do it.
So you believe that and again, this is no disrespect, but you believe that you can somehow jump the Silva? Like how would she not be next?
Like I said, so like I said, I don't know how the rankings work, but I'm pretty sure I thought I was ranked above Green, but I'm not 100% sure. I need to go check the rankings. But like I said, I'm speaking on my team. My team has talked to Franchon team. They said they want to fight us. So
Oh
I don't
wow.
know what you heard. I don't know about none of that. I just know that Franchon have said that they're interested in fighting us. So that's what we're doing, getting in line for. So what's gonna happen? We'll see. But I'm telling you what my team told me. So
No, that's
no
great.
disrespect to whatever you heard, but that's what I'm telling you is what we're working on. Franchon and team said they'll fight us. They're ready for it. So that's what we're working towards.
No, I believe that something like that could happen because Franchon is the champion. So if she gets a voluntary, she can offer that voluntary to whoever she wants. So if she told you that, I guess it's based off that. But in terms of, we were both at the convention, me and my co-host, and yeah, Shadeja's been called as the mandatory, and she got the silver belt. So it would be kind of a Dillian White situation, which was very popular. Where he was the mandatory that allegedly never got his shot and the whole 600 days came about. But yeah, a fight with you and Franchon, I'm still down for that. What do you think about that fight?
Me?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think are you asking your co-host?
I'm asking you, what do you think about it?
Franchon and I have been on Team USA for years. We've fought numerous times in amateurs. So I think it's only right for us to settle the score, and finish it. Because like I said, we've been around the block a bunch of times. We've fought a bunch of times in amateurs. So I think it's only right, and I think it's a great fight. I'm excited for that opportunity, or whatever opportunity comes. I'm excited for it, but I think it's actually going to happen, and I'm ready to go show the world who I am. It's been like really, really challenging within my boxing career. Just a lot of the stuff behind the scenes that a lot of people, such as yourselves, aren't really privileged to that information because we're not able to really share it. We've had to sign NDAs and things of that sort, so I don't get to really talk about it as much, but I'm hoping that this year is the year that it actually gets to happen because it's a bunch of fights that I would love to have.
Raquel, just to be clear, you are, because I did pull up the rankings because I was just curious on that as well because the convention was like 2 months ago, so I couldn't remember who, where you fell and where Shadeja fell, but they have you ranked at middleweight. They don't even have you ranked at super middleweight right now. You are fighting super middleweight, right?
Yep, I'm going to fight super middleweight. My next fight, I'll be fighting at 168.
Okay. Just making sure because,
so I don't know. But I'm pretty sure I am ranked at super middleweight as well.
Yeah, no,
so I don't know which ranking are you looking at, but I know I'm ranked at super middleweight as well.
Yeah, I mean, I just went to their website, but we were just, like he said, we were just at the convention. We saw you ranked at super middleweight. I just couldn't remember where, so when I went to go check, I noticed that they had you at middleweight and not super middle.
Yeah, so I don't know why, because they should be having me ranked at super middleweight as well, because my last fight was at super middleweight. My last two fights were actually at super middleweight.
Right, that's why.
But I'm open to going back to middleweight as well, but I don't know why it's ranked like that. Like I said, I should be ranked at 168 too.
I feel that when you were fighting at middleweight, at least from the outside looking in, it seemed like you made the weight comfortable. Is that safe to say? And how open are you to going back down?
I'm definitely open to going back down to 160. We basically weren't able to get some of the fights that we wanted, so we're just going to see what we can get at 168 and see what happens there. But I'm definitely open to going back to 168. I've also fought at 154, but I don't really see myself going back to 154, but I definitely will be open to fighting 60 and 68.
I did want to ask about that 54-pound fight because obviously Alma Ibarra took on the undisputed champ Jessica McCaskill. And, I got to bring it up because I told my audience, bet McCaskill by knockout because we seen Ibarra sparring. So you went the decision 10 rounds. So I wanted to know, do you think she was fresher then? Because she was undefeated then. And what was the circumstances? I did not see the fight. Unfortunately, women's boxing is just now starting to really get popping. This fight happened in 2019.
I figured the weight cut because I remember the highlights of that fight, and I just remember thinking to myself the weight cut because I feel like all your fights before that were at 160. Raquel, or am I mistaken?
Yep. So all of my fights before that was at 160. We actually That was the last minute fight. So we got the fight because Hannah Gabriel had gotten injured. So she was supposed to fight Ibarra, but she got injured. And so basically, I was able to get the opportunity, but I feel like I had like, I think a little bit under 3 weeks to get ready. So we didn't have like, obviously, like a lot of time to cut the weight. But I still think to take nothing from Ibarra, she was tough. She moved a lot during that fight. We had definitely had us a time making weight. But I think she's tough. I think that the McCaskill stoppage was premature. I think that McCaskill fights pretty rugged, and I don't think that it was really a just stoppage, but it is what it is. And, it's nothing to take from her bar because I think she's tough. I would have liked to have some more engagement in our fight, but anyway, a win is a win.
Raquel, we asked you about going down, and obviously you're talking about your fight at 54. And you've talked about, willing to go down to 60, but by any chance, would you have gotten any offers for a fight at heavyweight or 175 in the women's division?
So I wouldn't fight at heavyweight. It's just too big of a weight class for me, and I haven't gotten any offers to fight at heavyweight, but I'm really not interested in fighting at heavyweight either.
So to piggyback off him, what are your thoughts of the heavyweight Hannah Gabriel's coming down allegedly to face Franchon Cruz, is what Cruz told us here on the show?
I think that's a great fight. I think that I don't even really understand like why Hannah was fighting at heavyweight. It's probably just a situation where how we are in women boxing, we don't really have as many opportunities, so we got to bounce around in the weight classes. But I think that's a great fight. I think that it's a natural, it's a better way for her to fight at 60, probably at 68. So I'm pretty sure it'll be a good fight. It's a good scrap. And if they do make it happen, I'm excited. And I'm like, yo, I want next. Hannah Gabriel and I were supposed to fight in December of 2020. And unfortunately, the fight got scrapped, but we were actually had contracts signed. And we're at camp for like a month and a half before the fight got scrapped. So I would love that opportunity too.
Damn, it sounds like a lot of your fights got scrapped.
Raquel, has Eddie Hearn and Matchroom ever reached out, especially with the push that they have made in women's boxing?
So they have actually. Eddie reached out to me, I want to say in 2021. And right at that time, I guess it was like a transition with Savannah. But we were actually in conversation about fighting Savannah. But unfortunately, Savannah went to, I forget the other UK promoter at that time.
Yes,
and that
boxer.
That fight kind of went left, but yeah. So Eddie did hit me up. We were in conversations about making that Marshall fight happen, but unfortunately, that didn't happen. She went to boxer. Yeah.
Damn, I would have hoped that. We've seen him obviously reach out to many women a lot here in America. I was hoping. That's one fight. I was hoping he'd be like, "Yo, Raquel, let's 3-fight deal. Boop, boop, boop. This the plan."
That would be a great opportunity. But if you look at the Eddie Hearn's stable, he doesn't have a lot of middleweight women. He doesn't have a lot of women in my weight class at the same time. So it is what it is.
Yeah,
like I don't try to cry over spilled milk.
They lost all of them.
I've had yeah. So it's like I'm pretty sure had that been a situation where he had more middleweight women, it would have been an easier situation to kind of make happen because he had the fight spare for me.
What about I'm just curious, have you had any contact with Jake Paul and MVP Promotions, who has worked with numerous different promoters and networks and have done great things for women's sport?
Just signed Shadeja.
And Amanda got her first seven-figure. Amanda got her first seven-figure payday. From that fight that Jay got her with Katie.
No, but that's awesome, and I think that it's really, really amazing to see women finally getting the paydays that they actually deserve because we're putting in the work just like anybody else. But I haven't spoken to them, but I love what they're doing for boxing as a whole. You know what I'm saying? I really like that they're making it happen and they're going their own route. And it's like the times are changing with like the old promoters are kind of like phasing out and people are, stepping up and making stuff happen themselves. And there's a lot of new people on the block, like BLK Prime and different promoters. So I'm definitely open to those opportunities as well, but I haven't spoken to them directly, no.
Now, obviously your main focus is your career, your progression, but with the success and the spotlight that women's boxing had, specifically last year with the ladies in New York and then in London as well. Do you think that, or would you hope for one of your big fights this year to land on a big card like we had those last year?
That's what every fighter is hoping. That's what every fighter, especially myself. Like, like I've been in the game for years. I've been, a standout amateur. I've been on Team USA, so it's just like, of course, that's what every fighter, of course, including myself, shout out to my best friend, Tierra Brown. It's like we've had really, really trying situations with promoters and managers and, COVID and things of that sort. So I think that this time, I think that in this season, it's our season. It's just like it's been so many times, like my fans have wanted to see fights happen. They haven't got to see me on the grand stage yet. So I think it's just like only a matter of time before it happens. And I'm really, really excited that this year will be the year.
So, again, nothing I say is with disrespect, but I am stirring the pot. I don't know if you watched this weekend's fight with Anthony Yard and Arthur Beterbiev, but Errol Spence had something to say, and he was like, Father Time, help me here.
Is undefeated, and eventually Beterbiev has to look his age in the ring. I got to bring it up because you're 1 year younger than Beterbiev at 37, and he was 38.
So I don't got time to be playing around, so like this is probably going to be like the last year that I'm actually competing.
Really?
Like I got other things to do. I got a business. I got a nonprofit organization. I got other shit to do with my life. So I'm not about to keep playing around forever.
So this is it?
Yeah,
wait, 12 months?
Yeah.
When's the clock up for you?
Maybe a year and a half, maybe a year and a half, but I don't got time to play with these people. Like, I don't make big money from boxing yet. And, that is my goal. But, I got a business. Give me 1 second. You guys, can I please be on the interview? Sorry. Can I please? Sorry. But, I don't got time to be waiting around. So, I'm giving this year everything I got, and hopefully the cards fall into place. But I don't got time to be waiting for these girls. Like, we were waiting for a call from Clarissa, and I ain't got time to wait for them. I got stuff to do in my life. So if it don't happen, it don't happen. But it is what it is. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be ready, and I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. But I ain't got time to play with these people. I'm going to get money and live my life regardless. But I know who I am. The only person I got something to prove to is to myself. But if they give me that call, I'm stepping up. But I ain't about to play around and wait forever either.
No, I understand. It's very unfortunate because, I've been following your career for a while, and you're right. You deserve an opportunity. It's been a long time, and you would figure you would have gotten it by now with women's boxing on the rise, especially in and around your division. Why'd you never get a fight with Marciano Cornejo? She seems to have fought everyone.
Yeah.
No?
Well, man, I just
Talk to us, champ. I feel like you.
She's with Jose Benavidez Sr. now.
I try to just I try to just give people their flowers, but we've called the Christina Hammers. We've been on a call with a lot of these girls. We've tried. I'd be like, you know what, you guys, I don't know. Cornejo. We've asked Cornejo to fight her several times. I actually tried to get Eddie Hearn to kind of give us an opportunity, but Cornejo turned it down, and Hammer turned it down. And I'd be sick and tired of it. Just like a lot of people got a lot of stuff to say, but it's like behind the scenes, it don't be really what it turned out to be. And I just kind of it is what it is.
With you saying 12,
a lot of people be saying a lot, but when it's time for the contracts, I have yet to get any contract from any, top girl.
Have you ever been in a mandatory?
So what you want me to do?
Have you ever been in a?
What you want me to do?
I mean, I think that the only thing to do is go the rankings route. Have you ever been a mandatory? And if not, why not?
That's the next. That's like pretty much the next thing. So Hannah and I I was the mandatory for Hannah, but unfortunately, from your side, you guys don't really understand how stuff works. Hannah got stripped of the title. It was given to Shields, and they fought. I think her name was Dakari in Flint. You know what I'm saying? Like, the boxing game is a strange, shady business, you guys.
Yeah, speaking of,
I wish I had all of the answers, but I don't. So I was the mandatory for her. That was supposed to happen. Shields could have gave me that opportunity. We could have made it happen and quieted all the noise, but I never got that call. So
yeah, so
I don't know. People be having opportunities, but I ain't got that call. So I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, that's going to be pretty much the only opportunity that I probably get is putting myself in position to be a mandatory, to be able to get a title shot.
Speaking of Clarissa, I remember you calling for that fight. I want to say like 2019, 2020. With you saying you only have 12 to 18 months left, do you have any hope of
Yeah,
that fight
that's like,
happening?
yes. I mean, yeah, she be talking all this shit about me all the time. You always got something to say about me. And like lately, I haven't even really been just like, pressing. I just been grinding. I just been handling my business. But it's like, you got so much to say about me. You got the belts. You got the opportunity. What's up? You said you could beat me. You got to, put me in my place. Now let's show me. Pull up on me. What's up? Send the contract. Let's make it happen because it's been a lot of conversation. It's been a lot of talking. And it's just like, what's up? I took 20, like majority of 2021. Unfortunately, I had a loss. I lost my mom in 2021, so that was just like a really, really like rough space for me. And so, and then I had to fight to get out of a contract, and then I had to, switch up a lot on my team and pretty much clean out house. So I didn't really get to be active in 2021 because of some of the things that happened in 2020. But 2022, we just didn't get those calls, and so it's like, okay, well, if you're talking about me, then put your money where your mouth is. Put the opportunity on the table. And let's go get it. Let's run it up. You got a title. I want to fight you. So that's for everybody in my division, around my division. If you got a title, I want to fight you. My manager is Ken Shear's management team. They're only a phone call away. So what's happening?
Raquel, I'm just curious. Many women have said that women's boxing is definitely headed in the direction that it needs to be. But for an individual like yourself who has had success but hasn't got those opportunities, you might say different. What do you think needs to change in order for women's boxing to get to where you think it should be?
I just think that I do love the fact that women are finally getting opportunities. Women are headlining shows. Like I'm just really excited to see it. Even if I haven't gotten opportunities, I feel like it's a great space. I really think that promoting ourselves better and getting promoters that understand that it's not about women fighters. It's just about fighting. And if you give us a platform like Dana White has given women in the UFC with just an equal platform, promote us equally, let people know who we are, to where it's just like when we get on that on that stage and it's time to shine, our fans already know who we are. And so I think that that's what it is. And so once I actually hang up my gloves, I'll probably start working in behind the scenes to really help a lot of women, because some women are getting opportunities, but there's still a bunch of women, such as Tierra Brown, like she's been on the kind of the same high situation as me, where it's like, we've had all the accolades, we've had, the experience, but we still haven't been given those type of opportunities to fight for those titles. And so, it's a really sad situation when we know we're some of the best in the world. We haven't even got to really show the world our skills at that point. So my hope is that we're promoted equally, and then we're given slots on shows that's not just one slot, but give us a couple of slots, because you see when men fights, and they're not always like the best fights, but they're getting those opportunities, they're getting those TV spots. So I think promoting us equally and giving us more slots on cards, and really pushing for the mandatories to fight each other. It's like, I can't go and make these fight happens. I'm a fighter. I'm not a manager. I'm not a promoter. I don't have the opportunities if I don't have the major platform behind me. So I just really feel like the best fighting the best is really elevating us, and hopefully it keeps happening.
What do you think has to be done from the woman's perspective, from the fighter's perspective? What do you think can be done better? Because like I can tell you a million things about the guys that I feel like they can do better. What do you think the women fighters can do better to promote themselves and get themselves out there more?
Um, I definitely think just really pushing, probably being at the fights, being at the shows, being really, available, and not available, but just being really active on social media, and just kind of really pushing your brand and pushing yourself to be promoted, to whereas people are really excited to come and see you. They're willing to pay for those tickets, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Tickets sell. If you got ticket sales and you got people behind you that want to see you fight, that'll pay, I feel like that will really kind of push us over to the next level. So I'm really hoping that, myself included, really just work on promoting ourselves. And it's a really challenging thing, because a lot of times as a fighter, you think that if you get in the ring and you get busy and you just box and you, say, handle your business, that the opportunities will come because you're moving up in the ranks. But That's not really how it works. And this is a business, and the marketing is a big opportunity, is a big thing, and kind of promoting yourself and your brand. So hopefully, it's a situation where we're promoting ourselves better, getting that access, like giving visibility, and then that turns into more ticket sales and more opportunities.
I was just gonna ask, when's the last time you were at a fight? I'm curious.
Um, well, so usually I'm pretty good at going to fights. Like I usually go to the fight, at least. Hold on one second. Got tea. Can you please? Could you help me please and tell Daddy be quiet? Thank you. Sorry, but I haven't been to no fights this year. I'm definitely, I've been in camp, so I didn't have time to actually go to no fights. But I try to be present at the fights that I can make, and I go to. Like I went to the New York City to see the ladies, Katie Taylor and French Allen and fight, and I go to a lot of the men fights and stuff like that too. So the fights that I can make, I'm definitely showing up and I'm going to the fights for sure. But I
Yeah,
could do a lot better with being active on social media and stuff like that. Yes.
I remember. I think I bumped into you at the Earl Mikey fight. Did you go to that?
In Dallas, Cowboy Stadium.
I did. I did go
Yeah.
to that fight. Yep. So went to that fight. Yeah, I did go to that fight.
My other co-host at the time, Enrique, we had parked right behind you. I don't know if you remember that because you should remember him because he was dying to hug you and take a picture with you. So I don't know if you remember immediately getting out that car. It was 3 guys that recognized that you were a boxer, and that was me and Enrique and another person. So I bumped into you at that
Yeah,
fight for
I do
sure.
remember. Yes, thank you guys. But I do actually try to go and I support the fighters and I go to the fights. So and I'll definitely be on hand at a lot of the fights this year that I can make. But
Well,
I try to be
Since you
present and try to support the fighters. Yes.
Since you're speaking of females and the promotion, what's your thoughts on Ebony Bridges and how she promoted herself and has been able to really rise through the rankings, got 2 world title shots, and became a champion in a whole lot less time than normal women?
I think that she's beautiful. I think that a lot of people are, mad at her for wearing her lingerie and stuff like that. But to me, it's like you're a beautiful woman. You work hard for your body. She can actually fight. So I'm not mad at her at all. I think that she's doing a great job of marketing herself. I think she's beautiful, and I think she looks good in her lingerie when she's weighing in, which makes it easier to make weight. So why not?
Do you think that more women should try to do that? Because it's been like mixed conversations, right? Like I forgot who we was interviewing, and she took a stance. She was like, I would not be in.
Oh,
and I'm like, oh, my bad.
And the very next day, we had Marciano Cornejo on the show, and she was on the opposite side. She's like, I understand marketing, I understand. And I don't want to put words in her mouth, but basically she was, she understood it and why women do it and how important it can be. So
I mean, she herself, that's when she opened up with us. Cornejo told us, like, removing her breast, she obviously got a lot more attention and opportunities. And then she had to remove her breast because of mobility, she says. She just didn't feel right. And those opportunities probably aren't really there anymore. But she is with Jose Benavidez Sr. now. So
yes.
And she had a fight scheduled
Yeah,
in
and hopefully,
Dubai.
I would love to fight her. I would love to fight more Cornejo because we've had this little ongoing thing. But anyhow, I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, I think that you should do whatever you feel comfortable with. But I myself, I go on vacation all the time and I post my bikini pics. I got a lot of fans and supporters that are men that think, that I'm pretty or attractive. And I think that it's a business. And I think that seeing women that are attractive that can actually fight is a good selling point. And whether we want to be honest about it or not, how you look plays a part. And, if you can make money off of it and you can capitalize off of it and you understand that is the nature of the business. Don't nobody want to really see girls fight that don't really look, that look like boys. That's just the truth. So, it is what it is. And that's one of our strong suits, that we can be attractive, that we can fight, that we can, like the Ebony girl, she can be lady, she can put on that lingerie, but she can still go out there and she, she kicking butt, she's taking names. And so I think that if you, want to sell up your sex appeal and show that you're a beautiful woman and that you still handle business, why not? And this is not to take anything away from women that feel like they don't have to be sexy. do whatever you feel. But I'm not hating on nobody. If it's working for you and it's making money for you, and you feel like you're not, compromising who you are, then do it. And for me, that's always been a selling point. Like my fight name is Pretty Beast because it's always been a situation where people will see me and not think that I'm an actual fighter, but I am. And I'm actually grinding and I've actually, put in the work, but I'm still a woman. I'm still going to put on my heels and I'm still put on my, sexy outfits and things of that sort when it's time to go out and have fun and look nice. And I think that that's one of my superpowers as a female boxer.
As you
that
should.
we can do both.
Yeah, as you should.
And
as
I mean,
should.
the phrase has been around since the 80s, sex sells. It's just not everybody uses it. Like you said, it's up to the person.
Yeah. That's the truth. And, and it is what it is, but it doesn't take away from it being the truth just because a lot of people aren't comfortable with it. But like, why are we mad at Ebony for wearing some lingerie when we weigh in with our underwear on anyway? So what's the difference? Because it's sexier than what you feel comfortable with. Like, she ain't got to prove nothing to nobody but to herself.
I will
she
say,
look good. She worked hard as hell for that body. So why can't she wear what she want to wear?
I will say though, I can't say we because then I would be generalizing. So I'll say me. I did love watching Ann Wolf and Christy Martin, and they weren't the Pretty Beasts and Alicia Bumgarners of the world, but it's what they brought to the table. So fighting still.
They were super
it matters.
talented.
It matters.
Yeah,
like if you're good, I don't really care how you look. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how good you look.
It definitely matters.
Because the look's only going to get you so far.
Take anything away.
Yeah.
If you can't fight, you just can't fight. So that's, what I'm saying? That's what it is. So it's like, you don't matter how you look. You could be, really masculine. You could be really feminine. But if you get there and you can't fight, don't nobody care. But, there's a lane for everybody. And if you feel comfortable in that space, do that. And if she feels comfortable over there, then do that. But as long as you get in there, you know how to fight. Like, don't matter. I can look however I want to look, but I know how to fight. So, and I know I'm going in and handle my business. So, And I like seeing the pretty girls fight. Like, I don't know. I just see them and I'm like, oh, she look cute. And I be looking at their hair and I don't know. I'm a female. So when I see it, and then when they get in there and they be scrapping, I be like, okay, I be hyped up. And they just look pretty to me. And I like that.
Who do you really enjoy watching?
I've really enjoyed watching Alicia Bumgarner. I just love how she carries herself. I think that she's really pretty. I'm saying? I think that she has a lot of stage presence. So I've been excited for her lately. I'm excited for her fight. I think she's going to fight in like a week or so.
She fights this weekend.
So I'm excited to see her. Yeah, so I'm excited, but she's somebody I've been having my eye on. And I just like to see her glow up. And I'm just excited for her.
Do you feel she should give Michaela Mayer that rematch just based off?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. She should absolutely give Michaela that rematch because it was a really, really close fight. It could have went either way. And I feel like she should give Michaela that rematch. I think that, they should settle the score and they should have a rematch. I think so. I would have gave it to her. Whatever. I would have.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I was saying, we see, rappers and artists come out with the guys all the time. I think it'd be really dope to get, a female artist to bring one of you guys out to the fights. I think that would be not just great cross promotion, but just amazing for women's boxing to, get that shine. Hopefully somebody makes that happen.
Yeah, and it's a lot of women out here doing their thing right now and rapping. So that'd be super dope.
Who would you have walk you out?
Who would I like? Good question.
Especially right now, you got to think about what you've been playing lately. When you get in the car with your girl, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, who would walk you out?
You know what? I will honestly say I listen to a lot of old school music though. I don't really listen to a lot of the new music, but I just recently heard her name is Lady London or something like that. I think that's her name. But she was really dope to me. I think that's her name. But she was dope. And then I just recently heard the Lola Brooks. I think that I would definitely have Megan walk me out. I just heard a crazy song from Megan. So yeah, I'll pick Megan. If I had to have somebody walk me right now, I would pick Megan to start.
Yo, Lady London is fire. Okay, yeah.
So
yeah, that's her name. Yeah, so she's dope. I like her a lot.
I'm older than y'all. So is Ice Spice not popping more than both them girls?
Hell nah.
Really?
Hell nah.
I feel like I'm not even into that music, but I feel like she's always on my timeline.
Nah, but bro, I feel like they talk about Drake like flying her out as much as they talk about her actual music. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't know. She's definitely popping though, and she's fire. She got her own swag. What you think about it, Raquel?
I think she's pretty. That's what I think. I think she's pretty. I think that she has a nice body, but she wouldn't be walking me out.
What about
I'm
Cardi
gonna
B?
put a lyricist to walk me out. I think Cardi B is dope. I definitely got Cardi B on my playlist, and I definitely would not let Cardi B walk me out.
For sure.
So, but it got to be a lady that's actually spitting, that's gonna rap a song that I actually get hyped off of and make me want to go and, you know what I'm saying, knock somebody out. And so, you know, Get Up 10 by Cardi B, or, you know what I'm saying, Megan Thee Stallion. They got some songs that actually make you be like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to tie my hair up and go handle this business. So it's got to be somebody that I really relate to what they talking about. You just can't be cute, because being cute is not enough.
So, like I said, I've been following you for a while. So I don't know. So I want to ask, have you ever trained with Bud?
No. Well, yes and no. I know Bud. Me and Bud is cool. And I have trained with Bud before, but not like a full-on training camp, or I've actually like trained under Bo Mack and them as one of their fighters. No, but as me and Bud, cool people. Yes. Have I been to their gym and stuff like that? Yes. Like that, they, you know what I'm saying, my people's, yes.
Okay.
But I've never actually like trained with them as in them being my coaches.
So he never got to give you,
and I rock with them.
He never got to give you like advice and stuff like that, on like, yo, you should be doing
no, this fool give me Charlie horses because he's crazy. But no, not all like that. But it's crazy. But no, not all like that. No, but we cool. Like, we good people. When I see him, like, that's my people. So, you know, like, but it's all love there.
So you wanted to get her thoughts on the card
this weekend. Big. It's not a women's card, but it is definitely majority women on the card. And just wanted your thoughts really quick before we let you go. Amanda Serrano going down to featherweight to face undisputed champ Erica Cruz. Your thoughts on that?
I wish Erica Cruz would give my bestie Tierra Brown a shot, but I'm excited for the fight. I think that Serrano is doing her thing, and she's definitely making some moves and actually getting to the bag, and so hopefully that keeps opening up the doors. But I don't see Cruz getting past Serrano.
Bumgardner's getting her shot at undisputed facing Alma McCaskill.
Tierra Brown from DC, you talking about? She lives in Florida now?
She's actually from yeah.
The cop,
she's
right?
Not from DC. So she's from, yes. So she's from Fort Myers, but she used to train under she used to train in DC and was a police. Yeah, but she's from Fort Myers. Yes. Yeah. And she's, like I said, it's like a lot of women that are really talented that haven't gotten to get opportunities. And, you know, it's like, if you're not aligned with certain promoters, if you're not aligned with certain managers and people, sometimes you really just don't be having opportunities to those. You don't have access to those type of fights, and you want to, and you're hoping for them. But yeah, it's a shady, interesting sport with boxing. So it's not all about your accomplishments. A lot of times it's who you know.
Definitely an interesting sport, for sure. But your thoughts on Alicia Bumgardner getting her shot at undisputed, facing Alma?
I'm excited for her. I don't know the lady who she's fighting. She looks tough, but I don't know her, and I've never seen her fight. But I'm excited. I'm definitely going to tune in and support the ladies.
And then, I'm curious, have you ever seen Ramla Ali?
I love her. So I have seen her. I do follow her. She's just like such a sweetheart and beautiful young lady. So I'm excited. She's going to be on the card. I didn't know that. I'm definitely tuning in. I love her. She's dope.
She's on the
definitely
card.
Representing.
And then, are you familiar with Sky Nicholson? She's a featherweight from Australia under Matchroom 5-0.
I've seen her fight here in San Diego. She fought on one of the shows here in San Diego. So it's exciting. I'm excited for all the ladies. I don't know her like that, but I'm super excited to see Ali. Like, I can't wait to see her. So I didn't even know she was on the undercard. So I'm definitely tuning in and turning her up. So I'm excited about that.
And then Shadeja Green facing Eileen Sederoos. Your thought on that one? That's I think is going to be a good one.
I got to check. Oh, it's going to be a lot of women on this card. I'm definitely checking this out. So I definitely am going to sit down with my girls and we're going to, support the ladies. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I don't know the other girl either, so I got to go check her out and go see if I can see some of her film.
So the Setaroos,
Green, like
you've seen her fought. That's who Franchon fought in New York on that card.
I definitely feel like I think that Green will get that decision, but I think that Setaroos fought Napoleon before too, right?
Yes.
Isn't that her?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's the one that upset Napoleon on Showtime.
I remember. I seen that fight. I was there at that fight. So I think that's going to be a good fight. And I think that hopefully she, has a better corner this time in her corner, because last time her corner was not the greatest in New York. So hopefully she got that together. But there's going to be some great fights. I'm excited for the ladies.
So I just wanted to double back, make sure you was standing on that, or just like you saying decision?
For those two?
For Green versus Setaroos. I mean, she's never been knocked out. She's never been knocked out. And she fought Franchon and Napoleon. And Hermes.
And I haven't really seen, what I'm saying? I don't know. But Green is a hard puncher. She got a bunch of knockouts. So I'm not all the way. I don't really know. I don't know. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think Green is going to get the win, but I don't know how it's gonna come. I don't know exactly how. I think that Setaroos is tough. I don't know.
You know she stopped your next opponent in the first, right?
I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that. I knew they fought, but I didn't know that she stopped in the first. So that's exciting stuff. Okay.
And the only reason I say that is because people like the guy next to me, they compare like, oh, she fought so and so. Like when Tank fought Barrios, Tank stopped him. Keith Thurman fights him next, and then goes to decisions. So there's always, people that talk about.
I mean, I didn't want Keith to take that fight because you got a featherweight and he's got Barrios doing flips around the ring. You know what I mean? Now you're a welterweight, and if you don't do that, people gonna think. And he's one of my favorite fighters. Like legit, before he lost, I'm quoted out here talking about he the next Floyd, and that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want that fight for him.
But styles makes fights, and so it's just like you can compare, but it's like how this person, fought that person. It's all different. You might see somebody fight this person. It's not that exciting, but they're a really exciting fighter. That style matchup just wasn't what you thought it was going to be. So I think that people have to fight. They fight. Go in there with your game plan and do what you need to do. Try to make it as, of course, if you can make it an early night for yourself, then do so. But don't go out here trying to, live up to somebody else's hype or somebody else's standard, because it's you that got to be in there. You got to go handle your business. So whatever it takes to get that win, get that win. If you can get that knockout. But go in there and fight your fight.
My last one is.
That's what I do.
My last one is, do you feel like you need to beat someone that Clarissa specifically deems worthy in order for her to not walk away without giving you your shot?
Man, if you quote, so you say, you should be willing to fight anybody that want to fight you. So I was like, I ain't got shit to prove to you. But you say you can beat me. You talking all of this talk. It's in that contract then. Why should I have to prove something? You said you would fight me for nothing. You said you would fight me without a title. And then it turned around and say, oh, she got to get a title. So which one is it? But if you could beat me and you say you this and that, then let's prove it.
Where did that back and forth stem from?
We got a long history. So, of course, a lot of the women, like in boxing, a lot of times, especially a lot of women on top, we've all been on Team USA together. We've all fought several times in amateurs. We've all been, teammates and roommates and things of that sort. And so a lot of times people got their own problems and insecurities within themselves, and they try to project that on you. So Clarissa made up this whole, issue in her head about me not liking her. That ain't never been the case, but that's, I'm saying, water under the bridge. What's happening? What's up? Because I ain't about to be here all day and all night. You know what I'm saying? But like if you say what you say, you could beat me, you can show me, and you're going to show me.
So you are saying you have fought her in the amateurs?
Yeah. So you guys didn't do your research on this? Like,
Nah. How many times? How many times y'all fought?
Yeah, we fought 3 times in amateurs, and then we actually went to
Wait. You can't just say you fought 3. You can't just say you fought 3 times without telling us
we fought 3 times. Oh, no, she got the decision. So we fought
all
2
3
split decisions. And yes,
Oh, wow.
yes. And so, I'm not afraid to say, oh, they robbed me, but you go do the history. You know what I'm saying? It speaks for itself. I don't got to do no talking about it because I'm not a person that make excuses for myself. I just go handle business. But, you know what I'm saying? Definitely a lot of controversy there, but it is what it is. But that's the past. This is the present. You know what I'm saying? All we can do is work on the future. So
So,
if she really want to fight me, the ball's on her court. All she got to do is send the contract.
what's the story with Franchon done? Have you also sparred and fought her?
And French and I, yes. So we, like I said, we've all been on Team USA numerous times. French and I have fought 3 times too.
Wow.
So we fought. A lot of us have fought in the Olympic trials, but me and French have fought 3 times too. And me and French are 2-1. I got 2 and she got 1.
Oh, wow. So that's why you want her, huh? You feel
I want whoever they got a title. It ain't even about that because that's the amateurs. It's the pros. It's a different game. It's a different style of fighting. So it's just like that's water under the bridge. I want to prove I'm the best. I've been wanting to prove that. So it's like I'm the best. The world just don't know it yet. So it's like if I get the opportunity and I get to finally show who Raquel Miller is. But if you know, you know. And then my thing is I want to fight whoever got the title. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. If it's her, you got a title, I want to fight you.
Can I take you back to that Franchon Alejandra Jimenez fight? What was your thoughts on that? All the controversy, but the actual fight though, outside of I mean, obviously I want your thoughts on the controversy because she tested positive, but the actual fight, what did you think of it at that time?
I mean, but can you really, you know what I'm saying, assess the fight if she tested dirty? You know what I'm saying? What the fight had been the fight if she wasn't on whatever she was on. So I thought that it was a sloppy fight, but it was an interesting. You know what I'm saying? It was an okay fight. I thought that Franchon gassed out, but and I thought that Jimenez, that's how you say her name. I thought that she was decent, but I also feel like if you're cheating, you're cheating, and I'm not about to critique a performance when you were cheating. So stop cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like no, that doesn't work. And it was kind of really like shady how they tried to really strip Franchon of those titles when that shouldn't have been the case. If you tested dirty, you cheating, you should not be able to be the champion, and the person who fought you should be able to get reinstated. So that's just that kind of like boxing business and how stuff be. But yeah, I thought that wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got time to be fighting no cheaters. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna fight, be clean because this is a fight where a lot of people die. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't make it home to their family. So if you're not gonna show up and be, you know what I'm saying, a stand-up person and just, we're gonna go at each other, but I'm gonna be clean, you're gonna be clean, and may the best one win. So I don't know how I feel about that fight. I would like to see it without her cheating.
Me
and I would
too.
have a better assessment.
Me too. Unlike you though, I because we didn't know till after the fight, I did love that fight. I mean, I see what you're saying about Franchon being a little sloppy because she definitely was throwing bolos or big right and back hooks with her whole body weight. But
it was
I feel like she showed a lot of dog in that fight. You know what I mean? She bit down so much that fight. I think that's the fight that really made me a fan. Like, the whole wig and everything.
I think that, Franchon gonna throw you down on the floor. She go, you said she can't fight. And if you ain't got no heart, you ain't gonna win. That's why Cornejo didn't win.
Well,
got no heart.
Champ, that is all the questions.
you made sure to get that one in. Okay.
Yeah. So, but thank you guys for having me. I appreciate y'all. March 10th is going down. I'll be in Monterrey, Mexico. I'm super excited. Thank you for sharing the platform with me. Shout out to my dad and to my sister who always got my back and supported me. And they've been in the background getting on my nerves.
Thank you.
But thank you guys. I appreciate that.
We appreciate you.
It's about to go down.
We appreciate you.
You guys have a good day.
You as well.
If you can, give out your social media for anybody that isn't following you.
Oh, yes. So you can definitely follow me. I'm on Instagram at MS Raquel Miller. I'm on Facebook under Raquel Miller. I'm on Twitter under Miss Pretty Piece. So check me out. Send everybody love and light. Thank you guys so much for having me. You guys have a good day.
All right. I was going to say, Champ, one more, but Brandon's like, yo, that's your 4th last question. I was about to be like, Champ. Oh, you still there, Champ? Before you go, who wins? Frank Martin versus Rolly Romero. Legit last one. I'm walking away after this.
I think Rolly actually know how to fight. He is who he is. But I think that I'm gonna give it to Rolly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Rolly. Don't quote me. I don't even know Frank.
Don't quote you.
She
You
said, I don't
recorded.
even know, Frank. We live. We live.
I don't know Frank.
Oh, Frank is Earl's
But
fighter.
I like Ro. I don't know who that is, y'all. So don't give me the line like I know who it is because I don't. But I like Rolly, and I thought that Rolly actually did good in the Tank fight. I mean, obviously, what happened, but I actually was more impressed with Rolly than I thought I would be. I think he was I thought he was better than what I thought, and I ain't mad at Rolly. And he's a good salesman, and he's a funny entertainer. But I actually like him. I think he can box.
Champ, all right, for real, this the last one. No, Champ, for real, this the last one.
Gonna pick Rolly, even though I don't know Frank. I'm sorry, but I'm picking Rolly. Yes.
Champ, but for this the last one. Being from San Francisco, who's your favorite fighter from the Bay?
Yes. Me, duh. And then Kareem Mayfield. Come on,
You know he wanted you to say Devin Haney.
Yes.
He wanted you to say Devin Haney.
That ain't what I wanted her to say. I was just curious. The Bay has a lot of talent and has produced a lot of big names.
They do.
Dre is the first ballot Hall of Famer.
True,
You
true.
shitting me? Come on now.
Yeah.
You know you wanted that.
Yes, but I'm gonna always pick myself. I'm not always gonna pick myself.
As you
So,
should.
and I think the fighters definitely. But yeah, I'm rolling with Pretty Beast all day, every day.
Well, thank you again, Chant. We appreciate you. You too. That was a fantastic interview. There you go, guys. That was Raquel Miller, a.k.a. Pretty Beast. Can't wait for a fight March 10th. Danny, you did your research. I didn't know. So you saying Shadeja already knocked out her opponent?
Yeah, so it was her last fight, actually.
Shadeja's last fight?
The girl's last fight.
I couldn't find the name.
And Angelica Lopez.
Oh, I did see that.
Just
I was looking for first rounds.
Go on Shadeja's.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I was looking for first rounds on Shadeja. Like, who is it? And I did see Angelica Lopez.
Yeah.
No, Flores.
I'm sorry. Disculpa. Yeah.
Oh, the only loss.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, she ain't fight all year.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And she wasn't that active before the Green fight. Damn, she had 2-year layoff before the Green fight. Now she's going to have a 1-year layoff before the Miller fight.
I ain't even looked that deep into it, but yeah.
So it looks like our poll is pretty even, bro. Frank by KO, 38%. Frank by... Oh, wow. What the hell?
No.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
It's super heavy on Frank.
Yeah.
Right now, 425 votes. 21% of the people believe Rolly by knockout. Only 3% of the people believe Rolly by decision. 38% believe Frank by knockout, and 38% also believe Frank by decision. So 76% of the people right now are rolling with Frank Martin. Half of those are saying by knockout, the other half by decision, and only 24% rolling with Rolly. Majority saying knockout.
That's crazy. That's very low, 21%. And look at the decision, 3. Is that based off the Marinez fight, you think?
Not much else to base it off of.
Not
much else to base it off of.
It's funny, though. I was happy to hear Miller say that, she's seen and liked what she's seen. And that's how sometimes you win when you lose, man. Shout out Diego Chavez. We never going to forget you. Sometimes you win when you lose, man. But yeah, if you haven't already hit that thumbs up button, don't do this episode a disservice. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up. It's going to put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans, probably other super middleweight women, helping Raquel Miller get the fight that she deserves. Because it is unfortunate. It's 7 years, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Sex sells, man. Ebony, like this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what? Her 4th fight, she had a title shot, lost that, and then she's back in 2 with a title shot, right?
She was also in front of the cameras a lot, too, and that really helped, which Raquel definitely pointed out and pointed to.
What cameras?
I'm saying she would do a lot of interviews. She was very, open to the media and to the people.
Mm-hmm.
So she got her face out there very quickly.
And her bum.
Yes.
I mean, Eddie helped too.
Yo, no.
She would purposely.
Shut up. It's the end of the month, bro.
Wake up. It's the end of the month.
You ain't go yesterday, did you?
No, we got 2 days. So Eddie helped tremendously because 2 times my good friend Edward got caught checking out her hiney during the weigh-ins, and that went viral. So, you know, that helped him.
Yo, you right, but
Helped her. Why? You said you're right like you don't believe that.
no, you are correct. But shit, that's it.
Let me check the phone lines. We got, I think this is AMG, or do I need my sheet? 901. Guys, let me get audio on the line. Yo, who's this?
Big Trap.
Big
I'm
Trap.
on your neck.
You on my neck?
I'm on your neck.
What up, Mississippi?
What's up? What's up, propaganda? Pushing P.
Push a P. Push a
You
P.
pushing
Push a
propaganda?
P. Push a P. I don't know. We just talking about Frank and Rolly today, baby.
Dog. This is the second fighter who you trying to push this prospect on.
What you mean?
You telling fighters you telling fighters to drop their contract to fight a prospect when they got a fight on the line already.
Who we talking about? Be clear, fams.
The Deja. Blue, green. You
Bro,
right. She
bro,
is green.
He told her to,
I was
he
telling
told her
to
to
drop
not
her
fight the girl that Shadeja already knocked out in the first round
for
instead.
a non-title and instead fight Shadeja Green for the actual WBC silver because she is the WBC mandatory to Franchon's full title. But welcome to the show.
When Freshon already told Raquel that she wanted to fight her as a voluntary, so you want her to fight?
So Big
You want her to
Trap,
fight today?
Big Trap, you only get one violent.
What's up?
I'm trying to explain. We got to have a conversation. You just said what you said, so now I'm giving you the rebuttal. The rebuttal is you only get one voluntary, and if according to Franchon Cruz and what she said, if what she says comes to fruition, which is already been confirmed to me by Hannah Gabriels that they are going to fight, that is her voluntary. Next up is her mandatory. So there's no jumping. There is no Raquel Miller. You only get one voluntary.
It's Shadeja the mandatory.
I said that 10 minutes ago.
The WBC have they said she's the mandatory?
I said that 10 minutes ago, and we were at the convention. The video was also there to watch them say it.
Okay. Touche.
All right, brother. Doop, 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 doop. Not to mention that they wanted to make Raquel Miller
I wish we had the rim shot.
They wanted to make Raquel Miller a final eliminator and Shadeja and them team push. And look, Raquel, I didn't even know that. Because from my side, I heard that they was like, nah, it's unfair. We were already the mandatory. Now they want us to fight another eliminator to be the mandatory. So I thought they was going to stand firm on that. But it looks like, according to Raquel, they sent her an offer for this date, Saturday.
For Saturday.
So no fear on or not wanting to fight on behalf of Shadeja. She sent the contract. So yeah, I don't see how you can jump her because now this fight has been approved.
But then again, champs, craziest shit happened. Like
you're right.
Fighting your mandatory at the weight class above and shit like
shit.
that.
Yeah. That's Oh well, I got the rim shot. Don't know where it's at, but maybe next time.
Bring
Any
up
other
Danny,
callers?
Nez GTO. We are the Boxing Voice. Make sure catch us tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern. It'll be a busy weekend as we have fight chats both Saturday and Friday, pretty much all day. Good undercard. So we're covering Top Rank. We're covering Matchroom. And
who's fighting Friday? Is that the
Nico,
Glendale card?
Yeah, that's the Glendale card. So
Damn, they put that on a Friday.
on a Friday.
Why? And there's an ESPN Saturday?
No, Matchroom Saturday.
Why didn't they go Saturday?
Only thing I could think of, it is the Pro Bowl weekend, so I don't know if they. I think ESPN has coverage of that. I don't know. The venue availability as well. Maybe the venue was only available on a Saturday. I mean on a Friday. I don't know, but we'll definitely be covering all the Top Rank youngins on that. Let me pull up the card really quick to tell you guys who is on it. Uno segundo, one moment, please. Because it is going to be early fight chats. I was actually letting Ness know earlier. So Friday, fight chat should be kicking off. Shit, what time did I tell you? Hold on one sec. Friday, the fight chat should be kicking off at about 3:30 p.m.
Wow.
And then Saturday, 3 p.m. on Saturday. So it's going to be early days, and those times are Pacific. Friday, we will be covering, like I said, the Glendale top rank card. You have Lindolfo Delgado, 8-round at 140. Nico Ali Walsh, he's on the undercard. Xavier Martinez, Andres Cortez, Emiliano Vargas, Richard Torres Jr. And then, honestly, the best fight to me on the card, Arnold Barboza versus Jose Pedraza. Phenomenal fight. I'm very excited for that. And then Navarrete fighting for a vacant against some guy named Liam. And then Saturday, we'll probably begin coverage for the Ramla Ali fight, Sky Nicholson. She's in a 10-round fight, both her and Ramla in 10-round fights. Shadeja Green versus Aline Sedarus in a 10-rounder. Richardson Hitchens versus John Bowles in a 10-rounder. Alicia Bumgarner in her undisputed fight. And Amanda Serrano in her undisputed fight. Both 10-round attractions as well.
Fights.
A lot of fights. A lot of names.
A lot of
so
action.
I am looking forward to it. But once again, if we have no callers, Nez GTO, Ringwald, Danny, the Boxing Boys, catch us tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Peace.
Peace.